Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm back with my normal streaming software, so hopefully it's working a little better today. Yesterday, of course, we did this little outhouse thing. Um, there's more that needs to be done. I want to put a few, of those concrete pylons um, in in front of it, and we need a telephone pole over here, and there's a lot of things that need to be done out here in the background as well. But for now, I think what I've got is for these things in here, these coolers, refrigerators, that kind of thing. I was at a convenience store just the other day, and let's see if I've got in here these. Let me take a look at these. This. So I thought this was pretty much the kind of thing I'm going for. Um, so, I mean, really all of this is all the products in there. The actual cooler isn't that much of a thing, it's just a, rec- a rectangular thing. But it looks like it shouldn't be too hard. We should just be able to create the doors and the frames, um, and then create one of these little shelves and then duplicate it. And I think I'm going to be using um, linked duplication instead of just your normal duplication, because I think that will reduce the poly count a bit. So I'm not sure. Let's give it a try. So first of all, I think let's just, I'm going to duplicate it and move it over to layer 5 now, because we've got different things. Let me just see what we have on these layers. Okay, so we've got the coffee pots on layer 2. We've got the soda machine on layer 3. Layer 4 is probably, that's that little outhouse thing out here. And layer 5 will deal with this thing. So let me get it back into the center. I'm just going to move the cursor to the selected and move the origin to the 3D cursor, and then move the cursor into the center, and then move the selected to the cursor, and there we go, back in the center. Let me see if I can see our chat. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. Hey everybody. How's everything going? Is the video and audio okay today? Just let me know if there are any problems. Wait a minute. Darren Lyle, I gotta see this. Okay, Pete. What, Pete? Almost never uses orthographic mode. Ever noticed that? I agree. I use it like if I'm gonna go like this in wireframe or something, but to me it makes it look wrong, if that makes any sense at all. It looks odd to me, so I try and keep everything in perspective, right? All right. So this thing, am I going to do it all in one? Yeah, I feel like, well, let me take a look at, how am I going to do this? I want to take a look at another one of these as well. Let me just create another UV image editor, bring in another one of these. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want the other, whoa, one of the other images I have of this. So here I've got here. Here they are. So I've got this one open. And fridge, let me look at 3 here. So it looks like it's just one big frame around all the individual doors. So really what I need to do is create the doors. So I don't even need it this wide, do I? Let's just move that in like that. And how am I going to do that? I'm kind of stymied here. There is a wall between these. So we could create them as just kind of an individual unit and then put them all, duplicate and put them all in the frame. Hey, there's me with my Green Bay Packers sweatshirt on taking a picture. There I am. So I think what I'll do is make each one individually and then put them in the larger frame. I don't know. Let's give that a try. So, how to begin this? I think, well, okay, I got it. It takes me a while, but I think I got it now. I'm going to make the door here, and then this thing is the actual inside. So for the inside, let me just hide the door for just a minute. If I hide it, yeah, I'll be able to bring it back. That's fine. So for this, I'm just going to scale this in a smidge and move it in just a bit. And then I'm going to scale this in like this. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a back to it, but not back here. I'll leave this one in here like this. Okay, so that's the inside there. Do I need anything in there? I don't think so. I mean, you can't really see it. Okay, so there's the inside. Wow, that was hard. Okay, now how about the door? The door is 2 things. The door is the frame and handle and the glass on the inside. So, what do I want to do to make my life a little easier? Well, too late, right? I think what I want to do is create a couple of edges here. And, oops, what I'm going to do is, why isn't that working? Oh, because I changed pivot point by accident. There we go. Oh really? Let's try that again. I did something horribly wrong. What is going on? What am I doing? All right, let's undo this a bit. Something happened here that I'm not liking. All right, that looks clean. Okay, Control R. There, 2 edges. Edge mode. Scale in the Y. There we go. Huh. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Let's try that again. S and Z. And let's get this about like that. All right, so that's the outside frame of the doors. Now, let me think about this. What I could do. Oh, I know what I could do. Okay, here we go. Let's take this, and I'm just going to duplicate it, and I'm going to move it out like this. Then I'm going to take this and get rid of it, and this and get rid of it, and then this little guy is going to be its own object. Let's do that. I'm going to add a solidify modifier real quick, just because I can. And you know what I need to do first is rotation and scale. There we go. Yeah. Now I've got a little bit of a thickness to it. Let's set the origin to the geometry, and this will be our glass. Yes. Okay. So now, because I did this kind of in a wonky way, I need to go back and just grab these edges. And if I bridge it, will that work? Bridge edge loops. Boom. Done. Okay. Now let's bring this back in and put it right in here. So now we've got the door frame and the window glass. I'm going to scale that up just a little bit to insert it into the door there. I feel like these things need a little bit of a bevel right in here. Let's give all of this and all of this a slight bevel. Oh, before I do that, let's rotation and scale. All right, so slight bevel, ever so slight, like so. And let's just put 2, 3 segments in there. Okay. Yep. Now, the handle. Let's do the handle. That's hard to see. I see it any better in this one? No. Okay, well, it looks like it's just basically rectangular, and the base expands just a bit. Maybe. Well, it's hard to tell. All right. I'll make it up as I go. Here we go. Cube. Scale it in. Let's go like this. And so that, gosh, that's hard to see, isn't it? Is that flat or is it angled? I can't even tell. Well, so I don't have to work too hard on this. I'm going to insert an edge loop. Get rid of one side. Oop, let's do that. And then let's mirror it. Looks like it needs to be mirrored in the Y. There we go. So just, I don't have to work quite so hard. I know we're going to need an edge loop here. And we're probably going to need a, oh, didn't do it again, like this. If I take this edge and move it out, it'll do the wrong thing. Let's try that again. There we go. Kind of go like that, maybe. I don't know. Does that feel? It feels like it's too thin now. Expand that out just a bit. Okay. I don't know. Do I really need anything more than that? Probably not. Let's get rid of this. Bevel it? Sure, why not? Let's try just this. All we really need is this and this. It actually feels like it feels like it goes out just a little bit, but we don't need to get that detailed. All right, I'll stop. Let's just add a little bevel here, like that. That should be plenty. Should be fine, right? Okay, so now let's apply the mirror. And let's go put it into place. Oh, Where'd it go? Oh, you know what I should do before I get too far into this? Let's take this down to here. Let's move the origin to the 3D cursor so it'll just be easier to move around and scale like that. Yes. Okay. Out we go. RZ90. And let's RY90. Oop. RY negative 90. And let's put it in place. So now, is it right smack in the middle? It looks like it's a little bit farther down than the middle. Control 3, 5, wireframe, here we go. Let's put it slightly below the middle, like that. And then pull it in like this. Now, not sure about that. Feel like it's not wide enough. You know? It should be fine. I mean, if anybody is examining the handle on the refrigerator, then then the story hasn't really brought them in, right? So I'm just gonna give it a material, and let's give it a wire like that. Okay. You know, we don't even need this anymore, do we? What happens if I go like this and dissolve that edge? Nothing. That's what I like to see. Okay. So there is one of our units. I'm going to combine these two into one object. All right. And I'll set the origin to the geometry for that. This is the glass, right? Okay. You know, I should probably name these now because I'm getting so many things in the scene that now would probably be a good time to catch up on some of my naming. So I'm going to call this, let's call this fridge dash glass. And we'll call this fridge dash door. And we'll call this fridge dash, I don't know, main housing. I don't know. So now, see, I should begin naming things so they all end up together or grouped together like that. All right, so now should I go ahead and make these guys? And this is a little wider than these, and that's fine. I'm thinking that they're going to be a little wider in my scene than they are in here. So if I take the glass and I hide it, now we can see inside. So how much do I really want to do of this? Do I really want to make all those grids? That's a lot of polygons. It's a lot of cylinders. Let me take a look at another one here. While I'm thinking, let me let's see. I'm just going to take a look at what's going on out here. Hello, greetings from Poland. Hey, thanks for joining us. Are you doing just modeling? When will you begin texturing? Well, we've already begun a little bit of the texturing. We did a couple of products. And we did the materials on the soda machine too. So we've done a little bit of that, like let me see. Here we go. Like if we go over here and spin around, and we created some materials for this. We did do that. And also, if we go back over here, we've got Campbell's soup. Oh, and cereal somewhere too. Yeah, over here. Fruit Loops. So we're beginning. It's going to be a while. I'm trying to get things in place. But yeah, we've begun. And we will continue to do that. That's for sure. Let me see. Where's my... There it is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use cylinders to create these. And then... I don't know. I mean, I could just use a polygon plane and it'd probably be fine and no one would really notice, would they? I would. Dang it, I would. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going to do it for now and we'll see how much the scene begins to slow down. I'm going to move the cursor there. And first of all, I'm going to create this thing. What is this? It's just that. It's not much of a thing at all. So let's do this. And this. Right. And let's move it out. Looks like it's back in there a ways, like that. And yeah, okay. So then it also looks like it's slightly tilted, like that. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do that. So, okay, that I don't know if that's going to help anybody at all, but there we go. And then let's go like this. Okay. So that's that thing. Well, I guess what I could do is let's create a cylinder. Let's go way down in the vertices. We don't need a cap fill. What did I do? Oh, I added a circle. Let's try that again. Cylinder. Let's take that down to 6. I don't need a cap fill. Let's take that way down. And looks like it's got 3 of those things. Like that. Let's expand this out. Yeah, that looks about right, I think. Who knows? Let's take this out just to there. Take it all the way back. Oh no, it's at the top of it. Yeah. Like this. All the way back. Like that. Then let's do 1, 2. Okay. Then I guess what I need to do is just duplicate this, spin it, scale it down like that, put it on top, right? Over, scale it. Let me go to the top view here. Here we go, that should help. Just like this. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put a cap fill on the end of that. All right. Let's do this. Got it. Okay. We want that whole thing just to be a little, well, it is a kind of on top, isn't it? There. Okay. And then we've got these. Now, I think I'm just going to move these here. And then we can just create an array all the way over to the other side, right? Yeah, let's try that. Rotation and scale. Let's create an array. Let's do this in, let's do this in the y-axis here, x, y. Let's increase the offset. Other way, like this. And here we go. There we go. See how that looks. All right. Not too bad, although I think I want it to go, I don't want it to go that far. I want it to go in about like this. Yeah, something like that. Okay. That kind of works. The only thing I can see, the only problem I can see is that this should actually come in some, like that, and then this needs to have one right in here, like that, so that we can kind of see that. Okay. Is that going to work? I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and take all of these and let's join them together. And then I'll take this and let's apply the array like that. And then let's join all of that together as well. Okay. Origin to geometry. Okay. I feel like that's not tall enough. Like, let's take it in and see how it looks. Let's do that. How many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we can do here. 1. So there's 1. We'll put that down here. 1. Oh, I was going to use linked duplicates. Let's do that. So that's Alt D, isn't that correct? So 1 here. 3. So whatever material I give to this is going to be the same on all of these, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 should be good. Let's see how that works. Okay. All right. So there you go. Let's see. The another thing I feel like I want to do is go ahead and add materials to it and just see how it looks. It shouldn't be too hard to add materials to this, right? Because we've got an HDRI in the background anyway now, right? Is it still there? Let me see. Yeah, so it's still here. We've got this. So we can use that to try and add a little material to it. I'll go ahead and just try this. So, well, also, you know, what I could do, let me bring back that glass thing. But let's begin with this. What am I going to do here? I want to go like this. So I've got that, and then this over here can be my node editor for now. There we go. So for this material, I want to create a new material for this particular thing. We're going to call this, in keeping with my naming, I'm going to call this fridge door metal, like that. So we could go ahead and just give it a glossy and see how it looks here. Let me just see how this looks like that. And let me take this down to 0. And woo! Look at that. That is quite a mirror. We don't want that. Let's try this. I mean, this is fairly reflective here, so maybe 0.05. Let's try that. Yeah. So that's not bad. Do I even need a diffuse on here? I don't even think so. Let me bring the color down just a bit, like that. Okay. What about the glass? What do we want for the glass? Let's select that. We'll call this fridge glass. And for this, why don't we do glass? Let's try this. What'll that do? Wow. It'll look kind of cool, actually. All right, so that doesn't look too bad. What about one of these things? These things are kind of a light metal. So let's give that a new material. We'll call this fridge shelf. And this, I think we will need a diffuse as well as a glossy here. So I'll add a mix, combine the two. Let's give this a little bit of grayness and this a little bit of grayness. See how we're doing here. Let me zoom in. It's going to take a little bit. I'm looking forward to Eevee and being able to do all this in real time. That'll be cool. I hope that's how it's going to work. Yeah, I think, well, you know what we ought to do is while we're working on the material for this, let's go ahead and just hide the door so we can see in here a little better. And I don't know, that doesn't really look any different. Let me, if we go like this, what do we get? We get that. If we go like this, what do we get? Okay, so that's, oh, let me take the glossy down to there. Okay, so now this, let's go 0.1. Let's try that. And maybe we give it a tinge of blue, just a hair of blue there. Now I wonder if I need little tags, little, price tags on here. That might be a little bit too much. I don't know. Let me 0.8 here. Okay, well, actually, I could take one of these and move it out. And let's take a look at it here. Yeah, that'll probably work. I mean, it doesn't need to be much more than that, right? Okay. All right. Let's bring everything back. I don't think I need to do... Actually, I guess I do need to put a material on the inside of this thing. Let's just give this a material. I won't even... I probably don't need this, but just in case you can see inside it, let me bring this down, and let's bring this down like this. There, let's take a look at that. I'm gonna hit. Let's see how that looks. Hey, Ortho, a rare moment. Nice. I'm just scrolling through here to see how you guys are doing. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, you're talking about computers out here. How much would this Khalil? How much would you charge for this project? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know that I could say because it's something I want to do. Usually you have to get paid for things you do not want to do. I don't know. No, I see you're talking about computers, hard drives, and that kind of thing. I just ordered this morning. I just ordered a brand new computer. It's a Windows 10. It'll be here over and do the streams on that. What I'm going to do is for the new one, I'm going to put version 2.8 on it, and so hopefully I can continue this project on version 2.8. Oh, you know what I did? Oh, here. Dang it. I changed that material. I changed the material for everything to be that. So what I can do... it wasn't that hard to set up. I'll just do this again. There we go. Let me take this back up. There we go. So that's just the everything I had on all the other objects in the scene. Let me create a new one here. So we'll call this fridge main metal. We'll do that. There we go. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting 2.8 on the new computer and then keep this one around to do the paid work, that because I've got a couple of projects I'm doing, and I can keep this one around for that kind of thing. So and also there are a couple of programs and things I want to do that you can't do on a Mac. So because I just got an Xbox for Christmas, and I want to be able to port or play those games on my computer as well. See how that works. All right. So let's just take this and move it in and see how it works. And then we'll probably have to wait till tomorrow to set up the frame for it. But let's just see how it works. That's good enough for now in terms of the materials. So I'm just going to get rid of these here. Oh, I got to get rid of this first. And then this. There we go. Okay, so let's now take this. I'm going to move the origin down to the 3D cursor. I don't think I really want to do that. Let me, I'll create another empty. Actually, this is all, I didn't smooth any of this now, did I? So I could just join this for now, like that. Let's make sure that all my materials stayed. Yep, that's fine. Okay. So let's just take this whole thing now as all one object. And I will, let's go back into here, like that. And let's take it over and put it inside there. I'm going to take the roof away or hide it away for just a minute. Let's do this. I want to move this up, and it's going to need to be above, because there's going to be a rim or a border. Yeah, see right down here, there's kind of a black border and then a silver border, so I need to leave room for all of that, like this. And I'm going to put this in here. And then I don't need all of these now. So these were just temporary things as I was blocking out the scene. So let's just get rid of that. And then, what side am I on here? There we go. So that's the floor. Yeah, something like that. Let's try this. Where did I go? There I am. Okay, so it's probably going to start in here. I don't think it'll go, I don't think it would go all the way over, would it? Well, maybe it would. I'll begin that way. And then let's take this and let's just at least for now, I'm going to create an array of it, just for now, just so I can see how it's going to look. Once again, I want it in the Y. How are we doing here? That's not bad, actually. Do I need a little bit more space between them? Maybe just a smidge more space. So let me go with that. Whoop, too much. 1.1. Let's try 1.025. Still too much. 1.01. Yeah, like that. Okay. All right. Now, let's get in here, see how this is going to work. So now let's just add them back there. And there we go. Yeah. All right. So if I were to run around in here, let's go see how it would look. So there they are. I feel like they're a little tall, or am I a little too short? I don't know. You know, I may have my height a little bit off here. Let me check in user preferences. And if I can remember where that is it under system? No. Is it under editing? Where is that interface? There's a way to change the height of your guy that's running around. And I'm not remembering where it is. Navigation walk here. Walk speed. Speed factor. View height here. So how do I get that on? Okay. Let's take it up to 1.6 feet. That's not right. What? What if I put 6 foot here? That's not right, is it? Can that work? I don't know. Let's try it again. Oh boy, no, that's 6 meters. So it looks like no matter what you put in there, it's going to go with meters. I guess that makes some bit of sense. Okay, so 1.8 meters is 6.6 inches. Is that right? Let's try it. Now he feels really small. What the? So I'm going to have to work on that. Really very tiny little guy. Now he's huge. What the? Huh. Oh, maybe I need to... I don't know. I'll work on this at a later time. So what if I turn that off? And then... Whoa, okay, that's working out. Okay, so let's get this. No, I keep falling through the floor. There. Now I'm very, very tiny. I'm a mouse. All right, so I've screwed that up. I'm going to have to figure that out. But, all right, so let's just take a look. I think I'm about done for today. I think those are going to work okay. What I can do, too, you know, what we could do is just switch over to rendered mode and just see how they look inside there. Once we put, once we put products in there, I don't know, we'll see how it's going to work out. It's going to take a while for Cycles to deal with all that glass. But, all right, here it comes. So, let me just see what's going on out here. Yeah, units of measure are in the world settings. I know that, but no, they're... Here they are. So I've got imperial with feet and inches here. But it doesn't seem to be converting over there. So, I don't know. I mean, I could go like this. Is that going to help it? So anyway, I'm going to work on this. And, oh, you know what I need to do now? Look at what I need to do. I need to take the wall. I need to take the wall out. So what I'm going to need to do is, see, you can, is this wall here, I've got to cut so it isn't in the way. So I could cut this like this. Oops. I could cut this like this. This like this. And then down here I could cut this like this, and then we could take that face and delete it, and then it looks to me like if we go back to our rendered view, we'll be able to see in there a little better. There we go. Yeah, so now we can kind of see in there. That wall was in the way. But make some of the door handles left and some right. What? You're just trying to make me work more. It doesn't look like they're that way in here. It looks like they're all on the right-hand side. I'll take a look in the next time I'm in there and see, but I thought they were all on one side. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to have to get going. Thank you so much for hanging out and keeping me honest here. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll keep on working on our project here. Have a great one. I'll see you then.